A very warm welcome to another brand new episode of Colors of India, your weekly cultural diary on Rajya Sabha TV. I am Teena Jha, getting you some brilliant performances and innovative ideas in the next 30 minutes. First up, the highlights this week. A play that not only entertains but also inspires. A window to the rich heritage of Mexico. And in the end, we introduce you to a new direction of gardening. Our lead story this week is a theatre performance by veteran actor Tom Alter. Alter was recently diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and is currently undergoing treatment in Mumbai. Incidentally, in this play, Alter plays a patient who complains of mental unhappiness. Take a look.
When you have a nice cup of tea.
Tea? I avoid stimulants of any kind, even the mildest.
Well, I have chai को भी stimulant समझते हैं. What do you consider other sins of our existence?
Other sins of our existence. हवस को चाहिए नशाते कार क्या क्या.
ना हो मरना तो जीने हम बताए क्या.
Organized by Alliance Francis and directed by Tom Alter, the play Dr. Khanna analyzes what happiness really means.
So far, so good.
What?
Oh, a bad joke.
Dr. Khanna, I have not paid you tens of thousands of rupees to have jokes made at my expense, good or bad.
My sincere apologies.
Now you sound like your secretary.
In his own directorial venture, Alter plays the patient and his co-star Divya Arora plays Dr. Khanna. The play features Mr. Kohli, a rich but unhappy businessman in search for a reason to be happy. It's his quest for happiness that drags him to Dr. Khanna, an enigmatic psychiatrist who questions Mr. Kohli's perspective of life.
Dr. Khanna, I'm searching for something much deeper. To satisfy my inner self. To touch that inner core so deep within inside me, which is always craving and craving and craving.
Havas नसीब नजर को कहीं करार नहीं.
No, it's not just lust. It's not just lust. I'm looking for something which is much deeper than lust. I'm trying to find peace for the world and myself. I want a final desire beyond which there is no further desire.
Maybe the poet also meant the same.
Dr. Khanna is a play about a very famous psychiatrist by the name of Dr. Khanna. And there's a patient, Alan Kohli, who comes to see her. And in the course of the play, क्या होता है कि एलन कोहली साहब को पता चल जाता है कि उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स जो हैं वो सब फर्जी हैं. और इस समझने की वजह से इनकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है डॉक्टर खन्ना की वो कुछ हद तक सॉल्व हो जाती हैं. तो ये एक प्ले है एक पेशेंट और एक साइकाइट्रिस्ट के बीच.
So far, so good.
I'm sorry. I
No, you don't have to be sorry. I should be sorry. I should have told you about this before.
The play busts all myths surrounding happiness, re-emphasizing the theme that some problems do not need treatment but only acceptance. A 45-minute sitting with Dr. Khanna changes one's idea of happiness. Tom Alter's performance was brilliant and he got much applause for reciting some of Mirza Ghalib's shairis.
बस के दुश्वार है हर काम का आसान होना.
आदमी हो मैं नहीं इंसान होना.
वाह.
कौन है जो नहीं है हाजतमंद.
किसकी हाजत रवा करे कोई. बक रहा हूं जनू में क्या क्या
कुछ न समझे खुदा हरे होए
except for the great Dr. Khanna.
दर्द मिन्नत हंसे दवा न हुआ
मैं न अच्छा हुआ बुरा ना हुआ, दर्द मिन्नत कशे दवा ना हुआ, मैं न अच्छा हुआ बुरा नहीं हुआ, तो ना हुआ. तो इसका what it means that some problems they should be solved, but not by going to some professional doctor, but solved from within yourself. Or speak to your friends about them. Why do you always rush to the psychiatrist, psychologist? Try to solve from inside. First of all, you have to understand your problems.
क्या हुआ
तुम मुझे चाय पिलाने वाली थी,
चाय
लेकिन एक उससे पहले बात, प्लीज डोंट कॉल मी एलन कोहली. माय नेम इज एलन.
फिर मैं भी डॉक्टर नहीं हूँ कॉल मी शबनम
शबनम. What a lovely name.
आनंद भी बुरा नहीं है
Nawazish.
The character of Dr. Khanna, played by Divya Arora, was also enthralling. Despite her physical and vocal disability, Divya set a new benchmark. The play received much love and a standing ovation.
इरादा क्या, मैं खुद बदल गया हूँ.
I just love the thing that she also has her own problems and she wants to fight the problems that the real world is facing.
ठीक है अगर आप बदल रहे हो तो तुम मेरा फेमस go out into my reception
Right.
apologize to my secretary
Your lovely secretary.
charming woman ask her to make 2 cups of chai
2 cups of chai.
Dr. Khanna is a theatrical journey that mirrors life and tries to find meaning in a seemingly meaningless existence.
You stay right here.
जाओ तो जाओ हाँ
Wow.
कोई कहते हैं रिश्ते नशा बन जाते हैं, कोई कहते हैं रिश्ते सज़ा बन जाते हैं, मगर सच तो ये है रिश्ते निभाओ सच्चे दिल से तो वो रिश्ते ही जीने की वजह बन जाते हैं.
Truly, a brilliant performance by both the lead actors, Tom Walter and Divya Arora. The play on the doctor-patient appointment definitely teaches us to count on our blessings and accept the fact that life, despite its flaws, is beautiful. With that, we slip into a very short break. There's still more to come on the program. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we take you to a Mexican exhibition, elements of which have stark similarities with Indian culture. Welcome back after the break. Vibrant and beautiful. These words aptly describe the fascinating paintings we saw at a Mexican exhibition in New Delhi recently. The exhibition, presented by the Mexican Embassy and the India International Center, gave us a slice of the Mexican culture and its unique traditions. Take a look for yourself. Mexican Amate displays enchanting works from the far-off land. Take a closer look and you see two indigenous groups of Mexican traditions, the Otomi and the Nahua people.
I am struck by these vibrant paintings which are done on bark paper and they reflect the indigenous traditions of the Atomi and the Nahua people. They deal with different themes, they deal with religion also. And They are very eye-catching and appealing to the eye.
The historic Mexican amote is a kind of bark paper that symbolizes the merging of two indigenous Mexican cultures. The Otomis created amote which the Nahuas used to paint and decorate. The paper dates back to the prehistoric times, even before the Hispanic tribes arrived in Mexico.
I have seen this thing exhibition. It's a very nice, very different and innovative one.
What's interesting is one can find striking similarities in Indian and Mexican cultures. The vibrant colors, the dazzling festive decorations are all too similar.
मैंने ये एग्जीबिशन अभी देखी, बहुत ही अच्छी एग्जीबिशन है, काफ़ी मेहनत से बनाई हुई है और काफ़ी इसको बनाने के लिए काफ़ी प्रैक्टिस और काफ़ी सिंसियरली किसी ने जो भी काम किया है बड़े पेशेंस के साथ काम किया हुआ है। ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे इंडिया और मेक्सिको का जो कल्चर है वो एक जैसा ही है, मिलता जुलता है। वहाँ के जो मकान वगैरह जो हैं और गाँव वगैरह ऐसे लगते हैं जैसे हमारे हिंदुस्तान के ही विलेज से हम कहीं काफ़ी संबंध रखते हैं।
Even though the amote is called paper, it is more like a non-woven fabric. In the early days, the amote was used to depict nature, birds, animals and flowers. As the traditional folk art developed, new styles were used to portray village scenes, giving us a glimpse into their community life. Now, wasn't that delightful? The unity and harmony among the local tribes in Mexico seems strikingly similar to that we have in Indian villages. With that, time for another short break. Still more to come on the program. Do stay with us. When we return, we introduce you to a vision that induces all of us to get back to nature. Today, we'll introduce you to a personality who will further deepen your love for gardening. To know more, watch our special story with Harpreet Ahluwalia. Harpreet Ahluwalia is an inspiration for anyone who loves nature and desires to preserve it through pottery. Ahluwalia quit her corporate career to follow her passion for terracotta pottery and gardening. Her devotion and commitment to nature can be seen in her socio-economic venture, Earthly Creations.
Earthly Creation is a socio-economic venture wherein we create pots along with the potters. I design them and they create the pots for us. And this is at that level where they were giving up their total workmanship because they were not earning out of it. So what I did was I got connected with the matka makers and made them contemporize their designs because they were only doing matkas and the next generation was not ready to join them, and they themselves were giving up the job to do stone breaking and other stuff, in the villages. So that's when I picked them up and I trained them using their own art into contemporary designs.
Under the careful guidance of Ahluwalia, terracotta is given artistic shape and design. There are fascinating pots in the shape of animals, birds, and even plants. Before the products are launched in the market, Ahluwalia personally reviews all of them.
As we were getting into urbanization, land was getting finished, animals were retreating themselves, we were literally not being animal friendly. Children were only seeing animals in the zoo or on the internet now. And with high-rise building coming in, you couldn't even see butterflies or insects or birds in your garden. So there was no garden that were being left. So that's where all this thought came into my mind, and I picked up the theme of animals.
Earthly Creations also celebrates thematic gardening, a concept that corporate India is slowly waking up to.
When I started, people used to think gardening is only for outdoors, or maximum you can keep palms or money plant inside, and that too in very shabby looking pots, And so they were pushed into obscure corners, which were dead corners, and you wanted to just have something there. Today, when I have said that you can put plants in beautiful pots, pots which smile back to you, animals which smile back to you, I have brought gardening onto their tables, into their kitchens and into their bathrooms or into the living rooms. So you can have plant everywhere. And today, air purifying plants is a big trend. And as a result, people have become more aware towards plants. And all these, when you plants, take them indoor, they purify your air.
Ahluwalia restores faith in everything organic, especially at a time when Chinese and other artificial products are influencing the market.
Hope you've picked up some novel ideas on how to make your green space more appealing with some pretty terracotta pots. With that, it's time for me to wind up the episode. We'll see you same time next week with more from the world of arts and crafts. Until then, take very good care of yourself. It's a goodbye from the entire team.